Good morning, Muyombia Mark to see me Eddie Kadejire, Amos Luke, Louis, King Daniel, George Bob, Viola, Namiro, Starch Events, Chisambila, Daniel, Frederick, VIP, Ronald Mucha, Juma Ali, Paul Sema, VIP, Travel Live Vlog, Wamala Williams, Karota, Uganda, Nabali Mukamori. How are you today morning? Nero question Friday. Yesterday, network yatukozeke mikolo, and today, it's when we complete the story at IST as well, but also you guys can bring your questions on. The story at IST. It was an inspirational day for me. It was great. Seruwaji Charles, good morning. It's question Friday. Twagura IST. Yesterday was Thursday. We bought the IST on Wednesday. Yeah, so I'm going to be telling you that, but bring the questions on. Bring the questions on to Tugende Maso. Bring the questions on to Tugende Maso. Today is question Friday. But I hope you had a good night. Today seems to be a bright day. Let me just make the AC a little colder because we don't want the phone to overheat. Yeah, we don't want the phone to overheat. Norugudo rwendiko noriko luxury cars nyingi. That's the Audi Q7. I hope to be able to review it sometime to come. And then that's the ML 350. And then that's a Jeep. Ozirabai kwegamba. Abantu beno beyagala bweyagazi. But how is your Friday? Mumanyi nti no quarter tugimalako. Tugitwaliriza. Today is 14th March. Half of the month is gone. Half of the month is gone. Today morning I experienced something. I realized that, and then there is the Land Cruiser that looks ugly. I don't find it attractive at all. It looks bad. That Land Cruiser here, let me let it go. And then we have the ML. I think that's the 350 again. And then that's the Land Cruiser. Ono guys go by Toyota. Uganda wa Museveni. See you. Oba mulabye bubi. Arabika yoyo. And then the legendary Mark II Grand. Eyo tevawo. Yiyo UAW na yimiridde teina jeraga. And that Mark II Grand is one of the cars that literally never overheats, yeah? Those cars never, they don't even get, if you maintain them very well, the engines never die, the gearboxes never, actually the gearbox, you don't even have to maintain it. So they're still like contradicting views on you servicing your gearboxes. I maintain my stand. Since time immemorial, when you look at automatic gearboxes, yeah, the one that is in that Mark II Grand, the one that is in the other ICs, the one that is in the old the Spacios, that's the automatic gearbox, the one that takes the ATF. Those gearboxes, unless it had a leakage, the people that have driven those cars, you can find that omuntu avuze motoka emyaka 15 nga takwata ku gearbox eyo, and the car is moving perfectly. It changes gears perfectly. You see that Mark II Grand inayo akakka okarabye. All beams engines have akakka kabeerayo, ezimu kaba katono endala zikaba kanji naye akakka kali nnomo. So the gearboxes okujjako ng'efunye leakage and then hydraulic n'akendeera, majority of the time you don't really need to service your gearbox. Personally, all the automatic cars that I drove, I never really serviced the gearboxes. No, I did not, and I had no problem. Even the Caldina, yalinga leakage ku gearbox. All I had to do was top up. As long as I topped up the right ATF, I had no problem. Now here comes the issue with CVT. And because people are really scared about CVT gearboxes, they are panicking and saying, if I don't service this gearbox, it will die and I'll have to replace it or I'll have to buy a new. So gearbox you were misbehaving and it has no leakage. Leave the gearbox alone. I want to probably make this clear. The guys that have made, you have had reports of people saying that Bagamba, the CVT oil that comes with your gearbox is lifetime CVT oil, right? Yeah, it's not really lifetime. The goal of these vehicle manufacturers is they are going to make a car. They expect you to buy another car. It's like the phone cars. That's why they bring series. That's why they redesign their vehicles. You find like ML350s in Gazidio version in Gatano. They expect you to buy the newer version of that car. So the issue with you servicing your gearbox is you can service it and kill it. Why? The gearbox, the more the gearbox moves, it gets particles that come from either the parts that are moving in the gearbox there, and those parts can help plug holes that should not be there. Boy, you are hydraulic. Yes, a soboro kurama. Bobo muyiye mangu. Ne bomuiwa too late. And majority of the cars, and when we were buying the IST, we had a gentleman, the driver of the people that were buying us. They were saying, "Ate mileage, mileage nene ya mitwaro 12, eri badde ya mitwaro 9 mu kasanvu." And I showed him how I check the mileage to make sure that the mileage has either been tampered with or not. And majority of the cars in the bonds in Uganda, the mileage has been tampered with. And I can tell you that it does not even take 5 minutes to tamper with your mileage. 2 minutes are enough. Na mileage bagizizaayo. Ngeri ku mitwalo bagumu kitundu obemekanga bwoyagala. So kati gwe bwogenda in the bond and you want to buy mileage, there are so many chances of you actually buying the wrong car. So it's better for you to buy a car that has 150,000 kilometers, ngazidi genuine, than buying a car that has 50,000 kilometers, non-genuine. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Now, Nzenga Arthur, how I was raised, knowing that I know many people that they've driven their cars for 5 years without servicing the gearboxes, and their cars are intact. Okay? And I know people that drove their car for 4 months, serviced the gearbox, and the gearbox died. I find that it is safer for you to lose your gearbox to age than to lose your gearbox to attempting to service it. Gwetunulira abantu bonna abaguze gearbox. Gwetandika okwebuza, if you know 10 people that have bought new gearboxes for their cars, the biggest percentage, what was their reason for buying a gearbox? It was because they attempted to service it. Now, this is something mechanics will not tell you because Boba Kola. When you go to service your gearbox, yeah, Kola. When your gearbox dies, yeah, Kola. Either way, the mechanic still makes money. Whether you're losing or not losing, the mechanics makes money. The only time that you don't lose is if you leave your gearbox alone. Leave your gearbox alone and you will not lose. Tamper your gearbox, you might lose. Anyway, how do you check if the car is blacklisted? You don't. Now, when for Tugende inspection, normally to run a contact, it's just you call people, no mukubira, na kebererako, because the policemen know how they check. That's not a system that is public. It's not a system that is public. Ngabo echa EPS, or ebipapula byosoro bikebera with their app, but you cannot see if the vehicle is blacklisted. And guys, for your vehicle to be blacklisted, it doesn't need to do a very big offense. Osobola okuba ebitaala emirundi esatu ne blacklisting for just going through traffic lights. A traffic officer can stop you and you refuse to stop and they blacklist your car. So guys, I don't want you to be so scared about blacklisting. Yeah? Blacklisting is not it's not something that when a vehicle is blacklisted, it doesn't have to be a serious offense like knocking down school children, or you can go through traffic lights, an officer stops you because you went through traffic lights, you refuse, and they blacklist you, because blacklisting is the easiest way for them to get you. Because ideally they cannot give you a traffic a police receipt without you saying, yes, I've accepted, I've done this. But they can blacklist you. Asoro blacklisting, and now your reason. What happens when you get blacklisted? When your vehicle is blacklisted, the vehicle is parked. It means the vehicle should not be moving on Ugandan roads. That's what happens. But for you to get blacklisted, you don't need to do a very big offense. You get? You don't need to do a very big offense. That's why police officers write our number plates down. Why? Ideally, in his notebook, if he notes that for several times you're doing the same offense, because what abantu abamwe nga you're big-headed, because you know someone. So what this person does, asobola blacklisting, and now you report nagamba this person multiple times has done this, and he keeps claiming Kano so and so or Geno so and so will get him out. And I cannot probably handle this, so probably a higher office should handle it. You get what I'm saying? So blacklisting works like that. Blacklisting works like that. So I don't want you guys to think that Fenat Sobro code a blacklist. So let me wait for the network to stabilize, guys. The network is not stable. Time. Now, guys, I'm using an iPhone. And it's confusing me. I don't think it's very user-friendly. One, when the network disconnects, when the network disconnects, the iPhone doesn't tell me. It's reconnecting. I don't think I like the iPhone, but it's what I have now. I don't know if there is a setting I need to activate. I don't think the YouTube app just works on its own. So Sekaja, Siggo Kawa Davu Deco. It was the network. Let me wait for the network to stabilize a little bit to get a mass. But ask your questions, guys. I'm going to answer all of them. King Daniels, if a Mark II Grand is in good condition, it can take you up to 8 kilometers per liter. 8 to be safe, yeah? When you're on a highway, it can go up to 10 when you're on a highway. But one mixed driving, and that's if you do 2,000 revs per minute and below. Bosuka 2,000 revs per minute, egenda kunywa. I think for me, that's normally my trouble with cars, yeah? I drive beyond 2,000 revs per minute, especially in the morning rush hour. I have to be on time for literally everything. That's why I even shifted the broadcast to 7:25, because sometimes it's impossible for me to start the broadcast at 7. Remember, we used to start at 7:15, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, but guys, how is Toyota Platz? The Platz right now, The Belter is the replacement of the Platz, yeah. The Platz is a good one, but if you're going to be buying a Toyota Platz, buy one that has the 2NZ or 1NZ engine. The 2NZ is 1.3, the 1NZ is 1.5. Don't buy a Platz that has a 1 liter engine. It's the 1 liter engine is too weak for the Platz. Remember, the Platz already has a boot, and the car that has a boot, a big boot, is going to definitely tempt you to load it. Now, if you're going to load a Platz that has a, you're going to load a Platz like a Primo, then it has a 1 liter engine. You're going to kill the engine very soon. Yeah. So I would recommend the Platz is a good car, but buy it only if it has a 1.3 liter or a 1.5 liter engine. The only buy 1 liter Platz if you have no option. But you have an option to buy 1 liter Vitz, buy 1 liter Vitz. A 1 liter Platz is weak. Okay, the engine is weak for the 1 liter, for the Platz, yeah? The 1 liter engine is weak. So that's why I'm recommending that you only buy 1.3 or 1.5 liter Platz, yeah? But it's a good car. It's actually a good car. We inspected the Toyota Platz sometime in 2023, I think. The gentleman is still driving that car. He has not gotten issues with the engine or with the gearbox. Until we bought it over 12 million, over 11, I don't remember. But we did not buy it past. The gentleman had very, very limited money. Zukira sente zalinga million kumi kumi nemu. And he has never gotten any trouble. But we bought it from one of my followers still. And he had that Platz. So when he told me about the Platz, he told me that he had when we bought the Romeo, he told me he had a Platz, and I told him to send me the pictures. So when this gentleman came and he wanted to buy a vehicle of, I think it was 10 million, 10 over 11. So I told him there is one of my followers. We drove to Agenda Paka Bombo. That's why we bought the Platz. And he's still driving it up to now. And he has never told me of any problem. So it's question Friday, guys. But then our story ya IST twaguze ha Arthur. Is it worth buying a Paso 11? Paso 2011? Yes. Yes. Where are you going to get a Paso? I'm hoping it's in very good condition. Pasos should be in very good condition as you buy them, yeah? But also, where are you going to get a car at 12 million shillings that gives you the consumption the Paso gives you? Nowhere. So yes, I think it's worth it. That was kumina bilinga nunji nyo sasura busasuzi. Ochitegera. Joseph Trina, Henry Modern Jules. Network lero yali tulese gulo network yansazeko. Gulo network yansazeko. I just bought my first car Primo 2004. Inform me the approximate cost for replacing bushes and suspension cause a Kubagana on Maram roads. Webe Kubagana, shocks are probably between 150 to 200 a pair. That's 400 for both shocks. Bushes depends on what bush. You need to also see if the mountings are okay. But the bushes, the things are kumarako mitwalo juwerana. 400 is even an overestimate, yeah? Because mulimu bush of mutwaro, there are some bushes of 15, you get it. The bushes go between 10,000 and 30,000 per bush or per pair, you get. But it should not, bushes normally will cost you between 100 to 200,000 shillings. But then also, it might not also be just the bushes. You might find that you also have to kunyiganyiga mukobokono, get the bukono kono pressed. Yeah, you get the bukono kono pressed. Those are they press them for between 5,000 to 10,000, but 5K per pressing. N'okuteekako burabba bushing bwako okitegeera, n'okuteeka mu greasing those places. So gwe bala emitwalo nga kina peteekawo millioni y'essente. You have a million shillings on the side, you're counting that you're going to replace bushings, you're going to kwata in the suspension, the English is not Englishing in that angle, then in overlay, you're going to buy mountings if you need to buy mountings. Gwe million yebeerewo. then after doing all those things, you're going to do wheel alignment as well. And if you do wheel alignment, you can do wheel balancing as well. Do wheel balancing. Omanyente moroka wansoji mazi tojiddamu. Okitegeera gwe bara million ye cent ogise wow. The one thing that I know is expensive is the engine mount. Yeah, the engine mount is one of the most expensive ones. But Kongs ayebare. Kongs on acquiring your new Primo. Gilbert, Hamza Mister, how is Morocco? How is Morocco? Murunji Jiri, hey, Namugambe Kathe. My number is in the description of the channel, but just to make it easy for you, my number is 0752 991 051. Yeah, that's my number. Arthur, did you come to know those bush shortcuts? Munange Kagwa Dennis, you learn when you have to save fuel. Some of us that started driving cars when we didn't have jobs, when we didn't have businesses that we are running. One of the way we survived was by knowing shortcuts. And you don't even know just shortcuts just for saving fuel, but also for police. You have to know which shortcuts the police doesn't stand at. How best can I maintain my recently acquired Musota at about 200,000 for maximum? Just service on time. The Musota has no problem. Just service on time. Which take it, man. Akimnab, this is in Zambia. Paul Sema VIP. How much are the shocks for Noah SI? The shocks for Noah SI, those I'm not going to lie to you because you have to make sure that you're getting the shocks for Noah SI. You get Paul, Noah SI suspension is different from the suspension for the normal Noahs. That's where the trick is. We need to see. Actually, Paul, if you can, you remove the shocks that are in your car and make the mechanic bring those exact shocks. He took iPhone because there is a huge difference in the picture quality. Are you sure? After the IST you bought yesterday, can it be bought at 20 million Ugandan used USZ? And tell you USZ, tell you UBB, etandikiranga mu UBJ, away what you count like 20 to 23 there, not 20. 20 manisian. Mpozi, mukama inzo kukwata can you get kino Subaru ekiziga. Which kind of car do you recommend me to start with at 7 million? Mark II Musota. Hey, my guy, at 7 million, there is only one car I'm recommending right now. It's a Mark II Musota. And if you don't mind, go to the Chivina, go to the Ipsam. Those cars, but the Mark II Musota is something else. The Ipsam will give you even more trouble than the Mark II Musota. If God helps you, for Mark II grand, na yojigure 7 million. That's the car that I recommend. I'm telling you, even a Primo old model at 7 million will be in worse condition than the Mark II Musota at 7 million. Which again, even a Primo old model at 7 million will be in worse condition than in the past. Vista Adeo. That Vista Adeo used to be good in that budget. Make at Vista Adeo mwezo sende techarabika. Techarabika. Today what sigale one wafuso papa alaga wa simanya fuso fuso wafuso agateeka wola yini wafuso agateeka wola yini tamanyi nti eri maaso aliyo omusirikale. Arthur, I need some advice. I have 20 million. Do you think I should buy a sea light at that much or get a loan of 4 to 5 in Chibanda? Buy a fielder. Okay, let me be honest. If you buy a fielder and you're paying 20 and it's initially 24 million, you're going to buy it at 26. Okay? So if someone sells you a fielder at 24 banja, majority of the time, so you should check it a lot. Okay? You should check it a lot. Then this is the other thing I think, Gilbert. If you have 20 million cash, I recommend that you guys do these things because I've seen them. I know the kind of people that you are. I know that you guys are constantly looking for very good cars in very good condition, yeah? And if you're looking for a car that is in very good condition, emoroka eyalooni already baba bagyongeddemu ssente. Lwaki togenda bugenzi mu bondi? Yes, you're going to have a loan of like 10 to 15 million, but if you buy from an Indian bond, and also even the Indians, togula buli wamu. Musore ya IST ngenda gibagambe ncha, but you'll discover something. Emoroka tebazigula buli wamu. Okitegeera. Guys, double tap the screen. Dr. Kasule Matia VIP, good morning. Bro, immediately after service in my Toyota Vista, the oil turns totally black. What could be the problem? Immediately, that's impossible. Do you change the oil filter? You get your mechanic to remove the crankcase. That's one way. Because when you do that, then you will know that all the oil is totally out. Ayoza katimba. Then you put fresh oil. It's different. You're no longer seeing the video. Guys, network here iPhone after you'll have to go back to Samsung. iPhone is just luxury. Network. Network here Samsung. iPhones are overrated. I'm beginning to believe that. After network yirega. Eyamweze yange nga kweri bannange. Oba iPhone yetangamba. Am I still on? Someone tell me if I'm on. And I'm using a 5G router. You'll be surprised. I know the government needs to do something. And you know, it's telling me that I'm connected to a 5G. Am I still on, guys? Am I still on? Tell me. Hey, if I'm on, then network mnange bwete bwekola. For the guys that don't know, network here Uganda bwete bwekola. I'm almost being forced to have two networks. 8-seater manual. I was off. Sorry. So the 8-seater manual jogendo gula nonya wish. I think the Wish is the one car that I've seen that had 8-seaters. If you don't get the Wish, then you try to look for an Exiga. If you can find a manual Exiga. I've not seen one, but I know it's impossible for Subaru to make a car that has a manual version. I've seen a Wish that is manual. I've never seen a newer that was manual. Yeah. For the guys that don't know why he's looking for manual, Mr. Commuter. The reason why this guy is looking for manual is because manual cars sort of give you better fuel efficiency. Your mileage is better in manual. I think those are the two cars that I am sure will have manual options. Which other car there? 8-seater. 8-seater. I've not seen a Kluger that was manual. Vanguard. I've seen a Vanguard that's manual, but I've not seen a manual 8-seater. So basically, 8-seater cars are not resisting later for convenience. Why is it that no one talks about the Toyota ISIS? It's that the ISIS is not bad, but the reason why people don't really like it is because the ISIS has a bigger engine than the Wish, which means it consumes a little more fuel than the Wish. So people end up choosing the Wish over the ISIS. The manual Wish, did it come manual? It came manual. Actually, guys, I think you can try to order for a manual Wish online. For you guys that ship your own cars, you can try to order for a manual Wish online. You try to order for a manual Wish online. How is it buying cars from those bonds, Bakuli Nakawa bonds? Where do you recommend? Zach, I don't recommend anywhere. We personally, but to inspection, the people will tell you because about inspection. We go everywhere. That's why the charge is $450, non-negotiable. We move. Okujja konge moroka jononya, it's very rare. For example, with the IST, I'm definitely going to tell you the story tomorrow. The IST we bought, mwabademu IST omukyala ze yabadde ayinza okwagala nga 3 mu Nakawa. Mwonna mwabademu IST. By the way, you guys, people are selling ISTs at 40 million. At 40 million. Hey, in that 38, we had a bargain. And I'll tell you why tomorrow. Joshua Eden Farm, good morning. Chichi Joshua. Emile mujikutwala oba webaka nnyo. Every car has a manual version. Not every car, my brother. Not every car. There are cars that don't have a manual version. There are cars that have not, okay, there are cars I've not seen with the manual version. There are cars I've not seen with the manual version, at least in Uganda, Kali. Kati eno leeni gye nazzeemu eno kasita nkiyize nja kuddangamu eri leeni yesinga okutambula. Like Asha, for example, if you look at the current vits, the current vits, oyo musirikale omulabi oyo akakantu kalinnyako he was quick akajjeyo mangu bwati ne katankulubula. Akajjeyo mangu ne katankulubula. Kale katugendere mu convoy naffe. Lwakuba nti ffe tuviirako wano. Have you guys seen that this is quicker than Sawaya Queen? Even with that car jam that is there, this is definitely quicker than Sawaya Queen. Kati wali waliwo abeetomedde. Okimanyi wali waliwo abeetomedde. Kati balabe bulungi kampite nawando bwe nti mubalabe. Subaru Outback and Nadia. Subaru Outback, and it's nothing serious. Some people make a fuss over very small things. They are fussing over very simple things. Ate abemoroka enkadde bamala obudde kati wa Nadia alemeddewo ayagala sebe bamusasula agenda afuwe emoroka ye. Nzija kugula battery mu town network ne farming. Oh, nkitegeera. Hey Joshua, you came back. You guys, the train works, but and people take the train. You guys don't know where to take the train from. I think it goes up to Namamve. Does it reach Mukono? I heard that they were making it reach Mukono. I should be broadcasting a Ninya train here. One of these days I'll do a broadcasting, but I'll come train here. In the morning, I think it comes from Namamve up to here. This is a train station, yeah? This is a train station. Let me show you for the guys that don't know. Where you guys get your driving permits is the train station. That's the train station. Kat permit muzijja one. IST, never. The wish is 33. The newer can be gotten at 35. So why would I go for the IST? Why? Like why? The Ractis is 29, I think. The Sienta is 29. There are plenty of cars. The Probox and Succeed 35. I can get a Primo new model at like 44. Which other car there? In Indarabajita, the Paso Sete is I think 28. Which other car? Omanyika Imoroka nyingi that so many cars that I can compare with that. The Subaru Impreza is 29, 30. The Vitz right now, I think the new Vitz 2012 is 29 to 35 around there. Subaru Twajigula 46. I think Twajigula 46. So why would I be buying the IST? But the people that love the IST love the IST. You cannot tell them anything else. Aba yagala IST. Kawundo ya milioni nkaaga bwogula 2008 ojigula ne milioni 5 you get. So there are so many reasons why I cannot justify 40 million IST, but people are selling them 40 million. I can get the Mark X 2012 model at around 40. You get pure luxury. I'm not getting luxury with the IST, so I don't see the reason. But na network ebakola chemical. Sorry, attend not to 5G connection. At least that's what MTN is telling me. That I'm on a 5G connection. That's what they are telling me. I can't verify that. Maybe it's 5G, but poor quality 5G. How about Aqua Hybrid? The Aqua Hybrid, I think, is about 34, 35 there. And the Aqua is the Prius, guys. The Aqua is the first Prius. You can definitely buy the Aqua. It saves you more fuel. The network is networking. Sorry, guys. But is it my network? Simanyina kumanya. This iPhone I'm still contemplating. You take a SIM card ya network chisala sala. Kachuden kade kabikola ako. Joshua. Wamaze no fumbirwa. Waka children. Nyimirire nkayite. Huh? Joshua. Woli. I want a Toyota Wish 2013. I'm collecting 36 million. Still struggling. But I need it seriously. I want to be the first owner. Hey, Kachao. But if it's a Wish is 36, Zach. Genda, go to an Indian born and see if they can lend you that car. Genda yola basoro jikuwa. Million abidi first payment is normally a good thing. Eh? Ogenda nola oba jikuwa. You can get probably someone to give it to you. Yeah. Do you do that? Million abidi sebo sente sintono. Si sente intono Zach. You go find an Indian born ola oba jikuwa. Like Mr. Commuter. You want to laugh? You want to laugh? Mama wabana no. When no you people you don't know. Mama wabana buchude no muya bundaga no bundaga nanga kako kalabi. Ne mugaba akoteka bikola. Joshua oli mufumbo. Anateka lya akana kema tugakali. Okajukidde wali Museveni were atuyimiriza. Akakana kema tuga storage. You were just asking for the number for just nothing. Oka kujja mudda. Mama abana ali awo. Banga namba dai kasaji wa Joshua dai kanajiwa muntu mnani ndoza najiwa Joshua. Mama wabana teyali Joshua amma. Twajiwa wano gundi wa twajiwa Antonio. Taka twajiwa gundi twajiwa safe twajiwa. Na yenze mama abani ebisere mu yandaga bu children. Olumu atunulira abo bandabye naye agenda okuntunira nga ndabye ne mugaba munange amaaso gafa abasajja gakolwa kulaba nange simanyi ngenda okulaba nga gatunuddeyo ngenda nga gatunuddeyo olumu n'agamba naye hani nga kakututa attention mugaba munange tekantutte nze nga nze siriiyo maaso ge galiyo, the eyes are there, the brain is not there. Akana came to actually, you guys, Akana came to when we were talking about those things. I did not know Joshua was married. I tell you, people will be surprised. The number you najisaba mama bani alia or the number najisaving na musimu ya mama bani. iPhone is good, better than Samsung. The picture is better. You guys, temundete ogula iPhone. Temundete ogula iPhone. This one is the 13 Pro Max. This is the 13 Pro Max. I think it's the equivalent, almost the equivalent of the 22 Ultra that I have still. But I find that the picture of the iPhone is more natural, I think, than, okay, it's more plain. It's more plain than that of the Samsung. Techiri polished even a little bit. Your question ngenda chiraba. Ngenda kuduka guys, ngenda kuduka. Ngenda kulaba question your man. Let me just pack and then I go through your question. Sawa ya kuduka. Yeah. Bojigula mwezo sente ngeri mu condition mungi, you can definitely drive that car for that period of time. Emoroka go bojigula ji maintaining bulungi. Okitegeera go bogula emoroka, just maintain it properly and it will surprise you. It will surprise you. Guys, muloza sigenda basiibula. Enchanja babu ya story ya gundi. I forget Samsung. iPhone is only good for content creation and so forth, but when it comes to video quality, Samsung Samsung ina quality nungi, but I'm still studying it to see if actually the Samsung is better than the iPhone. Hey, you are watching on two devices. Yeah, that's probably why. kale guys kamba sibule mukandekere buno budakiika nziruke nyongere okubeera healthy tusobole okukola for the love of kazi naddala paka muyombya Mark tusime Eddie Karejire Amos Luke Louis King Daniels George Bob Viola Namiro Starch Events Chisambira Daniel Frederick VIP Ronald Muchwa Juma Alice Paul Sema VIP Traveler Vlog Wamala Williams Karota Uganda Seruwaji Charles Chigundu Chiwanuka Shagaf Salmin Salmino Mazeno Ja Nova Mukamoli Kalija Gerald Joseph Trina Henry Modern Jews Solo Extra Hussein Munyantwali Wabuye Nelson Arthur Ayebare Gilbert Amanya Hamza Mr. from Morocco Murunji Jili JFK Arts JC Kaja Namugambe Kathe Asha Yusuf Minaj King Daniels Mr. Commuter UGVIP Official Hazy Hall Lyrical Music Entertainment Kagwa Dennis Peter Mugabe John Akam Nab Semanda Raymond Saleka Zibwe the Asha Group Dr. Kasule Matia VIP Wasike Johnson Chairman Zach Igumba Jonathan Zach Baliesima Mukisa Pasco Nolin Dagire 360 videos Jesse Sigwa Chika Wariki Usama Hassan MK Dental Hub Clinic Joshua Eden Farm Magembe Frank George Senkubuge Usama Hassan Rich to Trumpeter guys, I do pre-purchase inspection in case you're going to buy a car and you need a guardian angel. I come with a mechanic and together we make sure that you get a good car in your budgets. I'm your guardian angel. The mechanic checks what I tell him to check. Very clear. I charge a small fee, 450,000 shillings. That money covers a full day of inspection in the Kampala Central Business District. I also sell car trackers. In case you have bought a car, you need to keep it safe. The tracker will cost you 350 or 450 for the voice activated one. Ronald Muchwa, Yusuf Minaj. Arthur, my grand has some lights, one of the ABS and another one of the foot brake. Yet, I always disengage it. If the one for the foot brake is there, check the brake fluid to see if the amount is enough, or check there's on the cylinder, the brake master cylinder, there's a socket that needs to go there. Check if the socket is engaged. If not, then it might be a sign that your brakes need to be changed, or it might be a sign that your brake, your foot brake is probably not working properly. Yeah. Tumusherure Anthony. Athanasius Mwanje. Ronald Muchwa. Munoza ndo sibamaze Basic Chris. Ata battery chesinga eguleyo. Genda ku Uganda batteries, genda ddala mu industry ya bwoba osobola. You go actually drive your car there, bajje n'okugipima bagipima oba echarginga oba techarginga bakutereko battery eyo. Naye ye enkadde bajja gigula Joshua. Arthur Chinua SIH this year I will look for you. Amina Sari James kankuteremu Sara. Rogers Phone Center and Stationers. Yes. Ate Mark Granning eri mu mbeera nnungi egaba kilomita mmeka 8. Kilomita 8. WMV Tech n'abali mu Kamoli, I don't take you for granted. The guys that are watching this broadcast later on in the day, later on in the week or in the month, I don't take you for granted. Thank you very much for choosing to be part of the For the Love of Cars broadcast today morning. Tomorrow's twina broadcast y'ekiro. Temugyerabira. Leero si Lwakutaano. Twina broadcast y'ekiro. Twina broadcast y'ekiro. And kati Yusuf Minaj, the reason lwaki yenkana ne Mark X is because Mark 2 Grand zitambudde. Ne bwe ba mu mbeera nnungi nnyo etambudde ebbanga. Ate nga Mark X's zonna osanga they are newer. And if you find a Mark X that is in the same number plate or condition as the Mark 2 Grand, Mark X eba enywa nnyo okusinga Mark 2 Grand. What do I do when my catalytic converter is stolen? You replace it. Guys, a car that has a catalytic converter consumes very well. Without a car, okujjako ng'ogenze and you get a programmer na jamu na programming emmotoka yo system ya catalytic converter na ajijjako. But if the system is still there ngate bagijjemu, it's going to consume fuel. It's not safe for the environment either way. Thank you very much, guys, for being part of the broadcast. I wish you a very lovely day. I'll see you tonight. Tugenda kukola broadcast nga tuli ku express ya temwerabira. Tugenda gitandika gwe bala sawa 3 n'ekitundu 3 time is a little bit unstable, but gwe manya 9:40 gwe jangu obeere. Let me schedule it before I leave here. Let me schedule it before I leave this place so that you guys know that the broadcast is happening at night. I wish you a very lovely day. May the good muleta abantu by inspection mananga chane kule. There is equipment that I need to pay for. Enatira okutuuka nenetaaga okusasula omusolo. For us to be able, ezo interviews nabagamba where I want to interview your parents, your dads and moms, abavuze mmoroka extensively. You guys, you give me your parents. I document that journey. Batabani bammwe, batata bammwe ne bali babafudde, ne bazzukulu bammwe basobole okutula ku YouTube alabe, oh no ejjajja wange yasooka vuga mmoroka ki, n'avuga mmoroka ki. Now you get those things, you take them for granted, but you give them to me. By interviewing, and I want to be able to broadcast those things live. So that's part of the equipment that I'm bringing into the country, but I need to pay taxes. Kale guys, I wish you a very lovely day. I'll see you tonight. Ciao.